A tourist is dead on Etna. Lightning in a place they should not have been. Nigeria's market falls for the fifth day. Ghana says the crisis is over, now comes growth. Washington's safest investment is worth less than it has been in 20 years. The things we were told were solid keep moving. A big transfer move could be on the cards at Arsenal. The club is expected to make a major sale in the near future. One of their players has caught the attention of other Premier League sides. At the same time, Arsenal themselves are looking at bringing in a new striker. They've made an offer for Viktor Gyokores. The Swedish forward has been in strong form this season. Arsenal hope he could add firepower to their attack. The club appears ready to reshape their squad with both incoming and outgoing business. Mirror Football reported this. Soldiers have seized power 6 times across Africa since 2020. The coups have happened in Mali, Guinea, Sudan, Burkina Faso, Niger, and Gabon. Burkina Faso has had 2. Each takeover followed the same pattern. The military announced that corruption had destroyed the state from within. But the economic damage from the coups now exceeds the cost of the corruption they claimed to fix. That's according to a new analysis from African Arguments. The pattern suggests a script. Soldiers promise to clean up government, then take control themselves. The cycle has become familiar across the continent. The question is whether military rule delivers what it promises. AllAfrica reported this. An American tourist has been killed on Mount Etna in Sicily. The victim was struck by lightning while hiking on the volcano. They had been walking in an area that was closed to the public at the time. Mount Etna is one of the world's most active volcanoes. It attracts thousands of visitors each year who come to see its dramatic landscape and occasional eruptions. Authorities restrict access to certain parts of the mountain when conditions are dangerous. Sky News reported this. Tens of thousands of migrants swam into Ceuta within hours, overwhelming the Spanish enclave. The sudden influx sparked a bitter row between Italy and Spain, with both countries trading accusations over how to handle the crisis. But the incident has exposed something more troubling for Europe. It showed just how easily the continent can be divided when faced with a migration emergency. Leaders like Putin and Erdogan will have been watching closely. They've now seen how quickly European unity can fracture under pressure at the borders. Guardian Africa reported this. A trial has begun for a man accused of murdering rapper Tupac Shakur nearly 3 decades ago. Opening statements were heard in court as prosecutors and defense lawyers set out their arguments. Tupac was shot dead in 1996 in Las Vegas. The case went unsolved for years. Our correspondent Shaima Khalil has been following the proceedings. She's been breaking down what each side told the jury and what the key points of disagreement are. The trial marks a significant moment for those who have waited decades for answers about one of hip-hop's most famous unsolved killings. BBC News reported this. The trial in Las Vegas has been decades in coming. Prosecutors say Dwayne Davis organized the killing. His lawyer says he was a witness, not a participant. The Nigerian stock exchange lost another 100 billion naira on Monday. That is 5 sessions in a row. Nigerian stocks fell for the 5th day running on Monday. The main market index dropped by 0.07% to close at just over 242,000 points. That wiped out more than 106 billion naira in value. The benchmark NGX All-Share Index has now been sliding since the previous week. It opened Monday at 242,619 points before losing ground through the session. Nairametrics reported this. A cargo ship has been seized off the coast of Somalia. 8 armed men have taken control of the vessel, according to monitors. This marks a return of pirate activity in the region. The incident adds to the difficulties already facing shipping companies in the Middle East. Somali waters were once notorious for piracy, with frequent attacks on commercial vessels. The latest seizure suggests those problems may be returning. Deutsche Welle reported this. Barcelona has reached an agreement to sell one of its players. The club has struck a deal with Dutch side Ajax. The player involved is Jofre Torrents. He will now transfer to Amsterdam. Barcelona announced the agreement today. The move sees the young player head to one of Europe's traditional footballing powers. Ajax will take on Torrents as part of their squad. The two clubs have finalized the terms. Barcelona confirmed the deal is now complete. FC Barcelona reported this. Ghana's government says it has finished the job of restoring economic stability. Now it wants to shift focus to a different set of goals. The Deputy Minister of Finance, Thomas Nyarko Ampem, announced the change in direction. He says the government will now work to translate those stability gains into higher investment and production. It also wants to boost exports and create jobs. The minister did not give details on how the shift would happen or when. He did not say what specific measures the government plans to take. Ghana has been working to stabilize its economy after facing difficulties in recent years. The government now believes it is ready to move beyond that phase. Ghana Business reported this. The bond market is showing fresh signs of stress. One of the most popular exchange-traded funds that tracks US Treasury bonds has just hit its lowest point since 2004. That's more than 20 years. The fund is among the most heavily traded in the Treasury market. It gives investors a way to bet on government bonds without buying them directly. The drop suggests that bond prices have fallen sharply, which means interest rates have been climbing. Market Watch reported this.